Just wait a few days coming around talking about you love everybody. They have a place to put people that love everybody. You must remember that if you love everybody, you love first your enemies. They're included. And that our enemies included. So we can't tolerate with you if you love everybody. Because you're loving your enemies and ours too.
I'm so glad I got my thing. I'm so glad I can see. My high is a natural high. The man can't put no thing on me. Oh, what's up, y'all? Hey, this is Super Mike. Had a great conversation earlier with my mother, Shahida Muhammad, Leroy Stanley, which is a great friend. I got to meet you, see, Leroy, and my brother BMT, Josiah. Got to meet you too, big brother. I'm gonna have to get out there. We're gonna have to hit up a restaurant or something when I get out there to Georgia and South Carolina. But anyway, what's interesting, I wanted to put this out here because this is just one big aspect that's in our culture that's kind of dysfunctional. The idea of loving everybody. This was put into our parents. It was put into a lot of us, and even if we know that it shouldn't be true, we still got a lot of this residual left over. So I wanted to make this up. I'm gonna start this off with a brother that was a song, Johnny Hartman, and it was just a popular song back in the day. We don't really hear it much now, but just the mentality of that person who loves everybody. So it's very delusional. The delusional mentality, meaning that the facts that nature presents in front of us, we can absolutely ignore those facts and go by what we believe, the word is teaching us, or some spiritual greatness is teaching us. And then the way we deal with those facts, deal with that what they call that little disharmony, or what they call cognitive dissonance. The way we deal with that dissonance is we ignore the actual facts. So that I'm gonna present that. Also, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, the compartmentalization of the spiritual systems is very damaging, because what happens is it allows us to reject what is truthful and good for us and meant for us, and some hope that because it's somehow tainted because it didn't come from the proper source. Okay, the legitimization of what's true, of truth, meaning I can't accept truth because it's coming from the wrong spot. Those are the type of things that we got to get out of. The love everybody mentality. Okay, there's a mentality behind that, and this is how you create the bootlicks, you create the sellouts. This is the mentality that they have to have. Now, everybody who says I love everybody is not necessarily a bootlick, but what it does is it gives that enemy that crack in your armor, so they can come in there and they can kind of convince you that this is the best way, and that's yada yada yada, and this is how it's like we see this many times. So when we look at people like, and as Brother Leroy always points out, people like Fannie Wilson, Fally Willis, Robert Patillo, Roland Martin, these type of people who, they are still pushing the systematic way of doing stuff when we already know that that's a failure. It's not going to really work. And we would need everyone that's possible to actually push the message and the mentality and at least the agenda that we can agree on, that's going to actually get us better situation. We got to have control of land and resources. At least a territory. We got to have some territory that's ours, because that was stolen from us. They lied to us, our group of people in America, black people in America. Stole our labor and ideas. They can't give that back, but what they can do is give us control of some area, and that way we have options here. Now we have a serious option, and we have to have our arms to protect our territory. We got to have a National Guard or State Guard. So it's not going to be just giving you some territory that we trust them to protect us. No. No. We gonna protect ourselves. We got to have an outlet to the sea, because we already know how y'all do with promises and stuff. So, that's what we got to have. And I just wanted to get into this mentality of the love everybody thing. So y'all check this out. We're gonna start it off with Wilson and Johnny, and then I'll touch base after this.
I think the sky is blue as far as I can see. And should you say the sky is gray, it still looks blue to me. I know the road is wide, I've known it all along. If you decide the road's not wide, then I'll decide you're wrong. 'Cause today I love everybody I see. I hope today is the day I can say that everybody loves me. Today I'd give anybody anything that I've got. Today I'd state I think all folks are great, including them that are not. Now if joy can be contagious, then catch this wild, outrageous thing and get this world to sing. Today I love everybody I see. I hope today is the day I can say that everybody loves everybody, and everybody loves me.
And for 300 years, 400 years now, up until this very hour, regardless to what you accept and believe in, you accept whatever they offered you for 400 years, and you believe in it, and you love them, and you tell them you love them, and you hate yourself because of this deprived knowledge of self by them, till you even hate yourself and love them. Therefore, you feel ashamed to say that you like anything other than what they teach you, and you feel ashamed to say that you're with your own people. I was talking with a minister one day, and he says to me that I love everybody. He said, I love white folks. I say, yes. I say, there is no people on the earth that actually love their enemies but the foolish so-called American Negro. And that's due to the lack of knowledge. He have no knowledge of himself, nor anyone else. Therefore, he says a lots of things that sometimes he actually lies. He actually lies sometime in claiming that he loves everybody. He don't love himself, so that he figure nobody. And if he said that he loved his slave master, sometime he lied there. He don't love his slave master, but he's afraid of his slave master because he don't have the knowledge of his slave master, nor does he have the knowledge of himself and his God and the people of God. He knows nothing about it. He knows nothing about the power of God. He knows nothing about anyone but his slave master and his children. And he knows that they do not treat him as an equal human being. He knows that he don't expect justice when he goes into their court. He knows that they are not going to treat him right if they even stop him on the highway to pretend that he's speeding, and if he is speeding. He don't expect justice. He knows that. And especially in the South, where that if he turn his back, he's likely to be shot, even after being falsely accused of speeding. And if he was speeding, he's subject to be shot in the back when that he turns his back on the highway patrol office. This is a land wherein we just don't have no justice and no friend. But this is the land that Abraham said that God revealed the history or the revelation to him concerning his people being lost for 400 years. This particular spot where we are in was not known to the scientists where this place would be. All they had was that they would be lost somewhere on the earth, but just where it was, they didn't know. At that time of the revelation to Abraham, you must remember that the Red Indians was in this part of our earth who had been brought over here according to the revelation of Allah to me in the person of Master W.D. Farad Muhammad, to whom praises be forever. That they had been in the Western Hemisphere for 16,000 years, driven out of what is known today the East Indians, who are now country borders Pakistan, and who once were the masters of that entire country. They are called the East Indians to distinguish them from the West Indians. But the Red Indian here is the brother of those in India today. And if you look at them, you will soon see that they are brothers by their
All right, so you see, this is why I put this up, because the I love everybody mentality is a dysfunctional part of what black culture should not be. This is a part of slave culture. It needs to be thrown in the garbage. There was a lot of propaganda pushing towards that, and we got to listen to the voices who were right. You cannot function and try to love everybody because it puts you in danger. And to this day, 2024, 2023, every year prior to this, our people, black people, whether they bootleg or whatever, divest or, we could say they deserved it or not. But the point is, our people are the ones subject to being beaten, to being abused, every single generation. And we can't be passing this mess down to our further generation. Look at this, and we're out. This boy here, his parents must have let him go to some school that is full of white folks up in New York, and they're calling him nigger and stuff. There's hardly no hate crimes or anything against these people. But everybody, nobody is defending him. He's the only one. His parents think they're sending him to a better school. But this is what we're subjecting ourselves to because we want to love everybody and we don't want to look at reality. So that's it.
Nigger alert! Nigger alert! Nigger alert! Nigger alert! Nigger alert!
in the hands of the pusher man. We break it all down in hopes that you might understand how to protect yourself. Don't make no profit for the man. I'm so glad I've got my own, so glad that I can see my life's a natural high. The man can't put no thing on me. I'm so glad I've got